Hi everyone. After creating CMS-powered Q&A accordions, I added filtering with categories and wanted to make a tutorial about it. You can find the remix link for the file in the description, which includes also a starter page, and let's get started. I placed some static elements like this tab and this open Q&A accordion, which you will find in the starter page. Let's start with creating the CMS collection for Q&As. So I will click the CMS button and click in the plus button. I will create a new collection and name it Q&As. Click in the new item. I will rename the title as question and paste the first question as its value. Then I will rename content as answer and paste its content. Then I'll hit save. I will add the second Q&A by clicking the plus button and paste in its question and answer. And I will create the last question and paste its answer, then click save. Next, we need to create categories as a separate collection and reference from this Q&As, since it is much easier to maintain that way. So I will click add button to create a new collection and name it categories. Click in new item. I will add the first category, making its title hero sections, add another one and name it CTAs. Then I will add the last one and name it conversion. Now we need to add these categories as a reference field to Q&As. So I will select it under collections, then switch to fields tab and click in the plus button next to fields. I will add a multi-reference field. Since a Q&A might have multiple categories, then I will select categories. Then I will add the relevant category to each Q&A. The first one is going to have conversion as category. Second one is going to be CTAs. And the last one is going to have hero sections as category. Now that we've completed our CMS items, we can start listing them, right? In the homepage, click in the plus button at top. I'll drag Q&As collection into the stack on the page. Place it under the tabs. Under Q&A, I will hide the question. Then, to list the Q&As in the style we want, I will drag Q&A static into dynamic Q&A. And as you see, it is going to be looped 3 times. Since we have 3 items in the Q&A CMS collection, what I need to do is assigning question and answer text layers to the CMS variables. So first, I will select the question text layer under QWrap, click the label content under the text section, and set variable and question. Now we can see all of our questions are listed as we've bound that text layer to the CMS field. I will do the same for the answer layer, selecting it and clicking its content, set variable and answer. Now that we have all of our Q&As listed, we can create the accordion interaction, right? So I will select dynamic Q&A layer and make it a component, simply naming it Q&A. In the component screen, I will create another variant and name it closed. Then select a wrapper in this variant and hide its answer. Then in the first variant, I will select the arrow icon and make its rotation 0. Since while the accordion is open, we need icon to be an up arrow, right? Which is also going to affect the arrow in the second variant. So I will make its rotation -180 again. Now we can drag a connection from the first variant to the second one, leaving everything as they are to create a simple click interaction. I'll do the same from the second one to the first one. Since while the accordion is closed, we need to be able to open it by clicking. Now we can go back to home page, set the Q&A components variant to closed, to close it in all of the instances in the CMS loop, and preview. We can see our accordion is working, right? Now we can start filtering our Q&As. While the Q&As collection is selected, I will click the box next to filters on the right panel. And hovering over categories, I'm gonna select tabs And we can see the categories are listed as tabs on the page. Then we can drag the dynamic categories list to tabs stack we have and delete the stack with the text categories. Let's quickly check if the filtering is working. And as you see, it works. The rest is just styling the tabs, right? So I will drag the static tab out of the tabs stack, place it right under Q&A wrapper, select the tab, and while the tab is selected, I'm gonna copy its style. Then I'm gonna double click the tab component, and while its default variant is selected, I'm gonna paste the style. Now we can go back, select the text in the static tab and copy its style, go back to component screen and paste its style to our text there, right? Now we can define a hover variant and make its background color mid blue with 50% alpha. And of course we also need to style the active variant. First I'm gonna make its background light green and its text color BG. Now we can go back to home page, delete the static tab element and preview one last time. Seeing our Q&As dynamically filtered using our CMS collection, right? And that's basically it for this tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials and see you in the next one.